we finally have another update, and it feels like it's been some time. V72 really didn't change much. It honestly doesn't even feel like it was an update. I think the last major update, for me anyway, was the one that brought the latest environment, home environment, which is not this one, actually. It's the aquarium one, or under the ocean one. But honestly, I still like this one the most. This one is just amazing, and it looks better in the Quest 3. It really does. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this, and I have no idea what this is supposed to do. Since I don't know what this is going to change, let's check the release notes before we update. Hopefully it'll fix the controller tracking, because I've been having some issues with this. Let's see what we got here. That's interesting. So, I must have got this really late then, because we're in March already. So, I'm almost a month late with this. So I don't know what happened there. But, it is what it is. Let's read. Improved 2D app management. So minimized 2D applications are now shown above the universal menu, making it easy to see which applications are still open. Select the minimized application to bring it back into view. With the last update that I got, 72, none of the changes were really something that affected me as a player. I don't really use the Quest for much more than just actually playing games. I don't use it for work of any kind. I don't really do a lot of computer stuff with it. So a lot of this functionality that changed it wasn't anything that affected me. And I have a feeling that that's going to be the future of a lot of these updates. It's going to be for people who use this for stuff other than just gaming. But we'll see. Minimized 2D applications are now shown above the universal menu. So this is the universal menu, making it easy to see which applications are still open. Select the minimized application to bring it back into view. When we do the update, we'll see how that works. Seamless multitasking. Seamless multitasking is rolling out gradually for global availability. Multitask more effectively by keeping the universal menu and up to 3 windows open while focusing on immersive experiences. This can be used to look up information, watch videos, or chat with friends while staying engaged with your immersive games and apps. What are they talking about? I'm confused. Isn't that what's already here? Or are they saying that while you're in a game you can do that? Because I feel like you could do that already. Alright, secondary users in Meta Horizon app. So secondary users can now connect to the Meta Horizon mobile app. For Quest owners with multiple profiles on their headset, this means that the secondary profiles can take full advantage of mobile app features such as casting and viewing battery or controller status. This update is especially helpful for parents whose child or teen is a secondary user. Okay, I don't have any secondary users. It's just me. That doesn't really affect me, but I'm assuming that means you can create a second profile to use the Quest, and they have pretty much all the same abilities as the primary user. Mirroring to external displays. It is now possible for Quest 3 headsets to cast or mirror directly to external displays with high resolution and low latency. To get started, just connect your Quest 3 and external display using a USB-C cable that supports DisplayPort Alt mode. This supports streaming a video only. Well, that kind of fucking defeats the purpose, doesn't it? So, I don't have a lot of experience with casting or mirroring. I've done it once or twice, and in order to do so, I had to use my phone as like a bridge. And I don't think I've actually, maybe once, I got it to work. And it was only because I was able to use it with a TV that can do that. Ever since then, I haven't really had any use for it. I've used the phone where I can see what the headset sees on my phone, but that's about it. And the latency is garbage. But this seems to make it sound like you can do that, but you have to be plugged in. That kind of defeats the purpose. But alright, MetaQuest Link app improvements. The MetaQuest Link app now includes system tray support, giving quick access to device status and quick actions while MetaQuest Link is running in the background. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. MetaQuest Link app. I honestly don't know what that is. I can't really comment on it. Browser shortcuts and library. Easily access your favorite websites by adding a shortcut to your library. To add a shortcut, go to your favorite website in browser, select the menu icon at the top right and select add this page to your library. Now you can launch that website directly from your library. So you could go into your browser and the same way you would bookmark a website, it now turns into an icon over here somewhere. Automatically adjust microphone and game audio balance. This setting uses real-time algorithm to provide a better sounding balance between the microphone and game audio. When you choose to include the microphone in your video recordings, this new feature will result in hearing your microphone more clearly. You have the option to turn this off and set menu. I am so confused because this is already a thing. When you go into your settings and you go into camera, you have the option of doing this already. So this is not, I'm confused, this is not a new update. It says 74, which by the way they skipped 73. Travel detection. If your device detects that your experience would be enhanced by turning on travel mode, you'll be prompted to do so through the existing tracking dialogues. I'm getting annoyed because this is already happening. I don't have 74 yet, but with 72 stuff like this was happening and it was pissing me off. In fact, sometimes it just automatically thinks that something is wrong with the headset and it says to turn on travel mode, and then what I do is I just turn off my display, turn it back on, and it fixes itself. So I don't understand what this is going on. Night display update. Night display has been updated to improve the consistency of color balance, white point, and warmth in pass-through experiences. To enable night display, go to quick settings and select night display. This is starting to become a theme. Every time there's a new update and I look through it, all it does is upset me because it feels like nothing is actually being done. Spatial audio for 2D windows. Enabled spatial audio in 2D calling applications like WhatsApp and the People app. Spatial audio allows audio from select windows to sound like it is coming from the position of the window in your physical space. So that's already a thing. I don't know if it's new for WhatsApp or whatever, but I did this in one of the updates. I actually tested it and it worked and I was impressed. None of this seems new to me. Improved crash reporting. A new dialog will let you know when an app has crashed. You have the option to report the problem to expedite the fix. Yeah, that might be new. The improved crash reporting. And that hopefully should help with Blade and Sorcery, because that thing crashes all the time on me. Every time I guess I overload it with mods, it just crashes all the time. So maybe that'll be beneficial. Casting changes. For those who wish to share the fun of MetaQuest with their friends and family, we have significantly improved the reliability of our casting options. To get started casting, select Cast in the quick settings menu. I don't have that. Why is it not there? It's not a highlighted button. Maybe it'll update when I update the thing. Improved multi-room space setup. We've improved the experience when scanning multiple rooms during space setup. Move from one room to the next without interruption and create a complete scan of your space in a single continuous session. I'll believe it when I see it, because although I haven't actually made any videos on doing the whole scanning thing because I don't want to show my house yet, what I've learned is it doesn't seem to work the same way, at least the way I thought it would. So when you scan your room, at least in my experience, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but whenever I would set up the thing, it looks cool. It shows like it's, scanning the whole area, and you see the little dips and valleys when there's an object there. But when it's done, it defaults you to like a fixed play space, like a little circle in the middle. And then if you want to be outside of that, if you don't want it to be stationary, it forces you to scan the whole damn room yourself and create borders yourself. So it's nothing new. It's the same way I've been doing it with the Quest 2. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. This makes it sound like you can just scan your entire house and then be able to walk through your entire house. If that's the case, great. That's what I thought the Quest 3 was able to do. We'll see if that happens. Of course, I'm not ready to record that yet. Last thing, transitioning to immersive experiences. We've improved the transition experience from home to an immersive app, reducing the likelihood of having to wait through a black screen while your selected app loads. Was that a problem for people? Because I've never had that problem. Like if I go into an app, it's maybe black for like a half a second. But maybe it depends on the game. Or app. Maybe I just haven't had any that requires a lot of loading time. But that's it. That's all that it's doing. No new environments. From what it sounds like, a lot of the stuff that already came out from previous versions, it's just like they're repeating it. Maybe it's been improved, is what they're trying to say. Really, the only thing here that I think is a major improvement, if it works, is this part here, the improved multi-room space setup. I'll try out the casting changes as well, see if that works. It would be nice if I could just directly cast to a TV, because I can't do that. It seems that I have to go through the app on my phone in order to do that. But I would like to be able to just cast directly to a TV. We're gonna hit update. The latest available update will be installed. Yes, we're gonna update now. It's gonna take a while. It might take several minutes. It might take several seconds. We'll see. I'll let it play out. If it takes a long time, I'll cut and we'll just jump to when it's done. Done. This update will apply automatically when you restart your device. We'll come back as soon as I'm done here. One frustrating restart later, technically 2 restarts later, and we seem to be back. Usually when we get a new update and we do the restart, it throws you into the default home environment, which is the desert terrace. This time it didn't do that, but immediately I see a change. Does this look different to you? Because it looks different to me. The way this whole thing is set up is different than it was before. Now we have green lights here, which I don't think they were green before. I think they were like a light blue. And as you can see, it's been installed March 14th, which is today, even though when you click on the release notes, it still says that it was being released February. Either they made a mistake with this, or I got this really late and nobody else told me about it. I say nobody else as if I actually have people in the know and friends that would tell me. What I mean is, so I don't know what the deal is. If you got it a long time ago, please let me know. But let's look around. I don't like when they change things like this and they don't give you the option of keeping or reverting back to the other version. What changed? Let's see. Camera. Thank God they kept all my settings and they didn't screw that up. But again, this is different. The way, just the layout. And I'm sure this is what some people were telling me about. I think I saw a couple of comments where they were asking why my layout looked a certain way. Apparently mine was the old one. This is the new one. Well, it's new to me now. I will say this. Once I restarted the headset, I did have to restart it a second time because it wasn't working properly. So the first thing that happened was the controllers needed to be updated as well, and even though it said they were updated, they weren't working. So I had to use hand tracking, which did work, to try to navigate through some of these windows, and then eventually I just restarted the headset again. And when I did, everything started working. It also forced me to make a new boundary. I did it the way where you hit for it to scan, and it does that really cool feature where it scans everything on the floor and on the walls and the ceiling, and you walk around and you let it scan, but it still sets you up as a stationary environment. So I had to do the thing that I would do with the Quest 2, which is set the floor level manually and then create the boundary. So what is the fucking point of the other one? Like, it makes no sense to me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. If I am, please educate me. Leave a comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong, point me in the direction that will actually show me maybe a video of somebody else explaining it. Because either I'm stupid, which is possible, or what people have been telling me about how this thing works is a lie. It's one or the other. Now that I got my rant out, let's see what, if anything, is different. Do we have any new home environments? No, we don't. They're still the same. Couple of different things. Before, it actually had like a little message that told you which of these were customizable. In other words, you could put a custom skybox on. Now that's gone. I don't know why that's gone, but it's gone. Also, this is the third time it's happened where for a second everything goes black on its own. It's like it's glitching. And I really hope that this new update is not killing my headset, because I've heard that other updates have done that, and then they end up having to send their headset in and get a new one. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. But what else we got? Quick settings. Quick settings. It changed too. So in the beginning when we got here, there was more little icons here, and the layout was just different. Cast still says unavailable. I gotta figure that out. As of functionality, let's go into browser. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to my channel. There I am. I mean my primary channel. There I am. So let's put something that I know is not copyright. Okay. So, how am I hearing it? I'm hearing it in front of me. It's a little loud. Okay, what the hell? Alright, I am hitting the volume button and I don't see the window. Why is that? Okay, let's see now. There it is. I actually don't know if that shows up in the recording. So there should be a little bar here that shows volume. I don't think that actually shows up in recordings. But take my word for it, if it's not showing up, there's a little rectangle, little speaker, and it shows you the level. But when the windows are open, I don't see it now. It's not showing it. Yeah, it's not on the screen. So that's different. Now is the... Oh, I hate that I don't see the volume. So if I put this over here and I turn, okay, so I hear it to the left. Now I hear it kind of from both sides behind me. Now I hear it only to the right. I need a way to bring this even further. Okay, now it sounds louder because it sounds closer. But that was working before. Now, they were saying about when you minimize the screens, the 2D stuff. I mean, that's still the same. Alright, let's go real quick. Let's check this out. Because I have the memory of a goldfish. So, minimized 2D applications are now shown above the universal menu, making it easy to see which applications are still open. Select the minimized application to bring it back into view. Maybe it doesn't work with YouTube. Let's go back into browser. Oh, I could try that other thing. Browser shortcuts in library. Easily access your favorite website by adding a shortcut to your library. To add a shortcut, go to your favorite website in browser. Select the menu icon. Are you kidding me? I don't know if that's going to show up in the video, but everything went black again. So that's the 4th time now that it's done that. At the top right, and select add this page to your library. Add this page to your library. Let's see what happens. There it is. Even though technically I also have the actual YouTube app, but there it is. That's neat. Sadly, I don't actually use the browser that often in here other than to go to YouTube. And usually it's so that I can figure out how to progress in a game that I'm having trouble getting past or try to figure out. But aside from that, I don't actually do that. But still, that's cool that you can do that now. Night display update. To enable night display, go to quick settings and select night display. Oh, there it is. I mean, it changes the color a little bit. I don't like that. I like the way I had it set up before. How do I adjust contrast and all that stuff? I don't know what's going on. It feels like they took stuff out. Really, that's what it feels like. They took away some stuff. Because before I would adjust the contrast and the color and all that stuff. It could still be there. It could be... Okay. That's 5 times now that it's gone black. I don't know if this has anything to do with the fact that the screen is turning black on its own for like no reason. Casting changes. Cast to a screen with MetaQuest. Before you cast, make sure your phone, computer, and headset are on the same Wi-Fi network. See, again, you have to use your phone or a computer. It doesn't let you go directly to like a TV. We're gonna jump into a game. Let's go into Little Cities. So we're in Little Cities, which is kind of funny because I played this maybe twice already. I didn't make a video on it. I just wanted to play it. And I never actually bothered to turn around and realize that all of this exists. That's pretty cool. But that's not the point of this video. Also, when I tried to jump into Little Cities, it made me choose a new boundary system, which made no sense because I was already in a boundary. I already had it all set up. What I can say for sure right now is this update is not improving my experience. It's got some glitches going on. Let's see. What was the whole seamless multitasking thing? So multitask more effectively by keeping the universal menu and up to 3 windows open while focusing on immersive experiences. This can be used to look up information. Okay, what does that actually mean? Does that mean that this is open and I can still keep playing? It does not mean that. At least not right now. Unless they meant this, that the windows, you can actually open them and while the game is paused. And if that's the case, this is not new. So I don't understand. Please leave a comment and let me know if I'm wrong and none of this was here before and it was all in my imagination, or if what so far they're saying is part of the new update is actually stuff that was already here. I need to know, because I feel like I'm losing my mind. The only thing that I can tell that's changed is the fact that this is different now. The only thing that we got was the ability to put the browser shortcuts in the library. So we got browser shortcuts, and in return, and a new layout that nobody really asked for. Like all the other updates, I'll give it a couple days. I'll do some restarts. You know, every time I restart the headset, we'll see if anything improves. So far, we haven't had any other glitches other than the 5 different times that the entire screen turned black for like a half a second. Just like with the previous version, not a substantial update. A whole lot of nothing, at least for the player like me. Maybe it's something for other people that use the Quest for other things, but we're not really getting much from these updates. This video has turned into a rant. It is what it is. If you enjoyed hearing me complain, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, let me know. Either way, with any luck, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.